Welcome, everyone, to the Plains and Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Stocker. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Georgia will be in a hole thanks to that short return. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud more so than a bitter war.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach? He went to Auburn. How about great player Pat Dye, All-American in Georgia? Coaches at Auburn, the connections are real, the rivalry is real.
They'll leave it with him. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Dogs just chewed him up and spit him out the last time these two met as they destroyed Auburn.
And that's why I think Auburn needs something to happen early in this ballgame. They need some confidence. They need some feel-good because Georgia's dominated this series. They know. They talk about it. Auburn needs something good to happen early.
Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Escapes trouble. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley. Probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing detail.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Auburn's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. There is a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn. James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. White going to attack through the air. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Oh, he almost punched it in for... Down at the 1-yard line. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Tuggle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and then what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Bass. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3. Running back. Down at the 6. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Number 24. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Bowling Green opened up a can. And how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of the MAC should take notice. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense set for a first down play. White wants to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Simmons. Tackled after picking up the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They're going to throw it again. Quickly complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll... Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's taking the shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
Number 2 with the grab. And the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on second down for this offense. White going to attack through the air. Makes the grab. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Ready? Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moves around to clear up the vision. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal teams. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They put on the heat and they blocked it. He picks it up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After the last run, could you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hand off from the shotgun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Georgia going up tempo. The play action fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get the shot.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see a motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
This is a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the returner will be dragged down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. White wants to throw it. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Defense wants to bring the heat. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he intercepts it. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punt. Going up top. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got his man in the middle. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's McKinnon. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one, 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. likely score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can... Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Stocker. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we have a final in the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas in Dallas.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. White going to attack through the air. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Thompson. Makes the catch and he's brought down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And the missed connection on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires to the middle. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Timeout, Georgia.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the defense stopped him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'll try to pick up the first and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative.
And it's caught inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. To the running game on first down, now second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on third. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. tripped up for the tackle.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
14.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, that you're talking about.
White wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking at a 2nd and short now.
Brings us 2nd down.
They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Coming after it. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
7 yards on the play. 2nd down.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.